Testing. 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 Okay. Very odd. Shouldn't have done that in the mic. Okay. Okay, I think I've got that. Thank you. Ah, Jesus.
Sorry.
Okay, I gotta see that. Hey. Thank you. I've decided to change my stream format. We are now doing unboxing because those are the most entertaining videos whatsoever. Oh my god, it's the thing that I purchased. And look, it's a cable. And you can tell it's a genuine, official cable because it has plastic. This is actually me screwing around because I bought a third monitor today. Hopefully this is the right cable. Knowing my luck, it won't be. But that's okay. I'll just use VGA. And of course, because there's plastic, I have to shove it aside for the time being, because otherwise, Hey, got something else? Thank you. Okay. Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome once again to Aniki Streams, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All, Part 11, for November 17th, 2016. I am your host, Aniki, and my cat Snake has gone elsewhere. Wow, 11 parts. I think this is the longest one that I've done. We'll see. It's going to be even longer, because, of course, this game isn't over just yet. Because, man, that last stream, oh boy, that was pretty intense. Shouldn't have done that stream. What happened? Well, we did the trial pretty much, and let's see. Francisca was shot, apparently. So in her place, Miles Edgeworth, who you may remember from the last game, is taking her place. And something's not quite right with him. I mean, he's not acting too differently, but he's acting differently. So perhaps we shall discover the meaning behind that. On top of that, we began the investigation. We interviewed Old Bag, if you'll remember her, and the conversation was changed to Adrian Andrews, who seemed to be the murderer. She was there, she had motive, she had a method of escaping, and yet, once we finally, sectioned her off with all of our evidence and pushed her up against a wall, uh, she broke down crying. She just kind of got destroyed. And we find out that Francisca had told her that if she didn't say anything, then Matt Ungard, our client, would go free. And that's not what she wanted, actually. And it turns out, while she was in Juan Corrida's room, she was only there to set the stage, basically. She wasn't there to do the deed, but she was trying to pin it on Matt Ungard because of some mysterious secret that he seems to have. So, let us try and unravel this mystery even further in our next installment of Phoenix Wright. Okay. March 22nd, 5:24 p.m., Wright & Co. offices.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Sniffle, sniffle.
Excuse me. Voice isn't so great. There, Pearls. Oh, hello, Cat Snake.
I can't take it anymore. Wah.
Look, it'll be alright. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper's kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't because Mr. Ungard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet.
Sniffle, sniffle.
Oh, sorry. Cheer up. Excuse me. Okay. Perhaps now we'll be able to talk. Okay. Cheer up. We don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going. Catbutt, what are you doing? ...
You're right. Mystic Maya's in as much more pain than I am.
Yes, that's right. So... Hey, you guys! Glad I caught you, pal!
Come on, move. Mr. Scruffy Detective!
Oh boy, looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearls' book now. It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I came to talk to you, pal. Well, we're kind of busy right now. Okay. In the future. So, what are you gonna do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? So, do you have a new giant job lined up yet? Oh, that. What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming at all until my next payday. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday. I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal.
Say what?
You'll be searching for things that prove Mr. Ungard's innocence all day, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I can take care of it all.
Come on, Mr. Nick, let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things.
Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal. Oh, I am surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods. Yeah. That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Thank you. Never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself.
He said that? That's horrible.
But because of him doing that, we finally got the truth. The truth. Miss Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself, but I still think there's something fundamentally wrong with this whole thing. You mean about that thing, pal? Why would she even want to... No, I mean, almost need to frame Mr. Ungard. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day. Then you're saying that testimony was a lie? Not a lie, per se. It just feels like there's more here than meets the eye, Transformers. Or that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe.
That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that.
Franziska von Karma. Speaking of Miss von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning? Miss von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, pal. More like a guy holding a pistol. But she's gonna be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but... Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and she's still hanging in there. They should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital. Which one? What? Are you gonna visit her, pal? No, well, I was kinda thinking about it. Hey, you've actually got heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death, not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal.
Let's go let her whip us, Mr. Nick.
Now I'm definitely not going. Let's see, the name of the hospital. Oh yeah, the Hottie Clinic. Ooh. That name sends a chill down my spine. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. Yeah, let's go do that. That hotel lobby, Hottie Clinic. March 22nd, Hottie Clinic reception. Never thought I'd ever come back to this place. Oh, great. What was the voice I did for him? I think I did my Golem voice for this guy. Okay.
Yes. Are you here to visit our patient processes?
Hi. Wait a second, you're...
Yes, I'm Director Hottie.
Why are you still here?
Yes, it is a processes. Can I help, sirs? Please can tell me, yes.
Director Hottie. Edgeworth.
Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh, you're the information man. Yes. What is it?
Director. Franziska. How is Franziska von Karma?
You don't need to worry. Yes, she's in good hands. Because she said, I'm taking personal care of her. Yes, another that surgery processes. It went well.
You have my gratitude. Yeah, looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret.
She looks so beautiful processes. Absolutely terrified, yes. But I understand, yes, her opponent was a gun after all processes, yes. And when I snuck up on her real secret, like, she would scream really loud processes.
I see.
But she's really cute, too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip. Or did I cry like a big golem? Yes, but I think I could get used to it, processes. Yes.
back to your room.
You're so mean, Harry. So mean, my frisky frisker. But that's... Ugh. Okay. It's time for my IV drop.
Yes, this guy again. And what are those tulips doing in your hand, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? I knew I shouldn't have come here. I was shot in front of the courthouse in my right shoulder. It's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. I even had full intentions of running this trial this morning. But that would have been too much. Yeah, you looked like you were deathly scared until only a few minutes ago. But I was dragged here by that prosecutor. He even went so far as to grab me by the wrist the whole way here. It's the only logical course of action given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. But with me doing so, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. I think I know what deal he's referring to. Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? I don't know what you mean. In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. Ungard, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal? You're denying it? Looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over. All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime? That isn't my problem, whether she had tampered with evidence or not. I have only one objective, to find Ungard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? The ends justify the means. Miss Von Karma, Adrian Andrews believed you when you said if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then Ungard will be found guilty. And what does that have to do with me? Because of that, she is now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end. That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all. But you had to know she was... Ow! I think visiting hours here are about over. So, if you'll excuse me... What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off? Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Hey, Bob Zombie, how's it going? Edgeworth. Okay, let's talk with him. What happened today at today's trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Mrs. Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far... but she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright, the courtroom is a garden of judgment. I am putting myself on the line when I stand in there. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. Okay. Hey, Jude. By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Witness! That card! Give it to me! Hurry! Do you have any idea what you have stupidly, yet inadvertently done? I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. That card... What in the world is it? You mean this? Listen, Wright, this is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. So don't you people tell either. And don't you create a walkthrough or play this game yourself. You cannot know this secret ever. Don't tell. The Special Investigation Team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. I understand. Their task is to find the owner of this card. A man called Shelley the Killer. And just as the name states, he is a killer, an assassin. The best at that. An assassin? Picture card added to the court record. So, who is Shelley the Killer? The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Long-standing? The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelley is the professional name of the third heir to the Killer name. So, because his professional name is Shelley, he leaves cards with a shell on them? He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims. Why would he do something like that? I think it is part of his duty to his clients. His duty? If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as insurance against any charges being put onto his clients. I see. The killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. Seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience. I guess that even honorable assassins can exist. I wonder if they have a creed. Well, probably a stupid VR game anyway. So, you think this assassin... You think he's the one who did the killing in this case? It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree? Shelley the Killer, huh? I noticed something at the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. She's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. Boo, bad joke. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow.
Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to...
Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity.
Mr. Nick?
There's no way you can find her. We don't even have a single clue to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Right. Listen, you need to know something. Juan Credo was killed by Shelley the Killer. And the client who ordered the job is Matt Ungard, your own client. Please stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this.
What is it?
The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelley the Killer. If you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. Letter of introduction added to the court record. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again, if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Mr. Nick? Do you think Mr. Ungard hired an assassin?
No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psych lock.
Yeah, I guess not.
Maya, please, all I ask is that you make it home safe and sound. Date, question, time, question, location, question.
I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up. Like how Nick does with everything in court. Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Click. Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around.
Examine...
In the wine. What's this? It feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And these... they feel like barrels.
I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty. There's all sorts of things piled up here, but it's too dark to see. Well, okay, let's go. Oh, okay. Date question, time question, location question +1. The fuck? What is this place? I've got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore, Toto. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. That bear looks interesting. That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? You think it's a bear? Oh, how cute! But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something. It's an anatomy bear. There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, "With love, Celeste." I bet this could be a clue. About the videos. It's so dark in here that I can barely see, but these kind of feel like videotapes. All of them. This is really fucking old then. Why don't they have DVDs? And just what kind of room? Just what kind of room is this? What is a satellite dish? What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? And this is a VCR? There's sure a lot of electronic gadgets here. What's an antenna doing here? I think I'm going a little mute. I hope I'm not, coming down with something. Locked, of course. And it doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of this door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there. Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. Yeah! Whoa, it's the butler guy. The butler did it. It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you. He is? For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Ways? You mean... Dead men tell no tales, is how the saying goes, correct? Dead? I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting I am an assassin. No way! You're lying! I mean, an assassin? People are not always who they appear to be. Nick! March 22nd, 7:04 p.m. Hottie's Clinic Reception. Mr. Nick? Hmm? Oh, yes, Pearl. Kinda cut up in my thoughts about Maya's situation. Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know. I guess for now I have no choice but to believe in Master Ungard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too. Okay. Yep. March 22nd, detention center, visitor's room. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today. Aww. I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh, yeah, there's a message here for you. A message? It's from Matt Ungard. Ah, here you are. What did he write? Is it something really important? I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. Doesn't say anything, you gotta read it. To the lawyer Now, I'm not gonna talk in his voice, because I'm Phoenix Wright and I don't do impressions. To the lawyer dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy about all this all of a sudden? Oh, Mr. Wright, so actually I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shoe. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shoe for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright? That's interesting.
This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed his cat.
I'm sure poor Shoe's stomach is growling by now. Don't worry, no cat death. I don't think you even see a kitty. So, yeah, Red, don't worry. We're good. Yeah, I guess. That's no jammed into a pocket. Client's request is a request. Guess I should go check up on his cat. Well, how much you want to bet? March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel.
All right now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. We have to, for Mystic Maya's sake.
You shall... hold on, I need to do this properly.
You shall not pass.
Okay, enough of that. Miss Holbag.
Don't devalue my name and turn it into a gaspy
I can't do a voice like this.
Don't devalue my name and Don't devalue my name and turn it into a gasp, you spiky-headed poof. Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again. Although I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Boy just as he promised, but...
Oh, God.
Miss Soulbag? Keep your hands off me. This helmet is airtight. No air gets in and no air gets out.
What does your helmet have to do with anything?
Don't think you can get me to move with silly questions. You're gonna have to defeat me if you want to get by.
I'm not hearing this. Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgeworth. Miss Oldbag, if you would look at the...
What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of... Itchy poo?
Is that her perfume? Pheromone d'amour I smell?
Let's see here. Would you kindly allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth.
Yours truly?
That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy Poo said so, you understand?
Word of introduction, give it to Miss Oldbag.
I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook. It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth.
It may be, but you know nothing's gonna come of it.
That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared.
Ow! Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face, somehow. So anyway, let's continue our investigation.
Okay.
Yeah. Your foot, what now?
One little thing before I forget. You can't go into Unguard's room today. Why? The police's main investigation team is going to be in there all day, you hear?
I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating the killer.
So don't go in there. Set one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Windy Oldbag.
Okay. Living room. Okay, I think that's the new place. Create a moment of these. March 22nd, Unguard Mansion living room. Okay. Sure is dark.
I'll go turn on a light.
Okay. Oh, so this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich.
Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's find Shoo the kitty cat.
Shoo! Meow. Oh, you're so adorable. So I guess this is Shoo. Ah, what a lovely cat. Hello, Shoo. Meow. Tee. The cat seems to like pearls. Pardon me. May I help you with something, mister? Oh, we're lawyers, actually. Mr. Lawyer, or Mr. Ungard's lawyer. The master's... Then you must be Mr. Wright. Yes. Ah, it's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. Looks like a baby Jack. Yeah, except it's yellow. Nice to meet you. Meow. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. Ungard, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. I think I changed accents on him. Shit. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs. How typically butler-like, as it were. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs. You know, I would have thought Mr. Ungard the kind to have a maid over a butler. Yeah, French maid. Anyway. It's a very cute cat you've got here. It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies Shoo. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well, then, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. That's note crumpled into a ball and thrown away. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. Oh, we should probably get going ourselves. Ah, so young, and yet already so accomplished, a master of law. But there's also a lot to be proud of in being a butler, in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. I myself am actually an assassin. I mean... Now, if you'll excuse me. Meow. I have a feeling... There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick. I bet it's for Mr. Ungard's cat to use. Oh, you mean Shoo? The door, it's locked tight. Well, guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. A giant bicycle is flying through the air! That bicycle, Pearls, is one where you don't have to pedal, and it moves on its own. Really? Wow! But sorry to disappoint you, it can't fly. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, well, you can't go in there. Nothing about that. I guess back to the hotel then. Looks brown on your screen. Maybe. Okay, well. Viola Hall. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Looks like we're the only ones here. And yet, the hotel seems so busy somehow. Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about the killer. You know, it just occurred to me why my voice is out, because I yelled at Ozzy earlier. I'm willing to bet that's what it is. Okay. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, hallway. Hey, city boy. What, you're still here? Reckon course. Investigative photographer eats her starves on her ability to snap up a scoop, yeah? This hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen. I think she went, a little bit east of the south. But do you have a camera? given. Photographer's gotta have a camera all out the ear like corn to be a real pro, you know? So don't hang around here. Speaking of cameras and fade in the mouth, do you have mine, you bred thief? Oof, why can't you drop that thief thing already? Look at this. Nope, sorry, no can do. Only want to see steaming hand towel. What? Steaming hand towel. Need one for my eyes today. Just ain't good for the eyes to be looking at stuff. How convenient. Maybe I'll have to use that one next time you show me something. Okay, maybe not then. I want to ask you about the night of the murder. I think the reason why my voice is kind of out right now is because I yelled at Ozzy earlier, and I'm not exactly someone who yells, and usually when I do, my voice kind of goes, or my throat hurts at least. Which, it doesn't hurt, but it is kind of, does feel a little muted. Yeah. Anyway, well, you gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got? A lot of you were loitering in the hallway this night of the murder, would you not? Well, kinda, but brace yourself, right? Here it comes. I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know. Followed a few styles around. Had a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them, too. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night. Security Lazy also wasn't in the hall the whole time either. I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. Okay, so about the note that was inside your camera case. Oh, that ditty I wrote? Yeah, can I believe what you've written? Yeah, well, that was the thing. When Murray and Ozzy were getting into it, they had a pretty big yowl. And right after that, you know, I got pissed off and I shouted at them, and I chased down Ozzy. I didn't do anything with him, and I gave him pittance right afterwards, so he wouldn't, or so he would know that I wasn't, you know, super pissed off. I just, you know, he needs to chill. And then I went to Murray and I petted him, telling him he was a nice kitty, you know, that stuff. I mean, the stuff about Ungard shoving his manager lady on the corrida? Yeah. Ah, well, I reckon you best not be believing that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know? Writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bulldooders. Hey, what's with y'all? Why y'all staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, why you look like you suddenly got older too? Or am I just shrinking here? Ah, my baby. My $1,600 baby. What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? Guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. Hey, you're that red-coat's friend, ain't you? Put in a kid. Sorry. Just put in a good word for me and get back my camera. You want me to do what? Listen, that got real good for about 5 hours, and I guarantee he'll give it back. Why don't you do your own dirty work? Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. Tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court. Okay, I'll see you then. And you too there, little one. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. And make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it right to... Would you please just leave already? Well, I guess we can't enter Matt, so... Well, maybe something in here. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Karita's hotel room. Did we walk in on someone?
Mr. Nick!
What is that otherworldly, ghastly moaning?
I hate ghosts.
I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon?
Duh. Excuse me. Excuse me. Watch who you're calling a demon, brat.
Ah, zoinks. Zoinks? Jenkins, isn't that like a breakfast cereal or something? It's the alien.
Who are you calling an alien?
Oh, it's just you, Miss Oldbag. What are you doing here?
What is wrong with you youngins today? I came down here to pay my respects to poor Juan, and you're disturbing me.
Please talk to me about the night of the murder just one more time.
I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She was loitering around here with that imbecilic look on her face.
With that imbecilic look on her face? Okay, got it.
Now hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're gonna take notes, at least make me sound better than that.
Oh, alright. Now I've seen everything.
But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night.
Okay. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Krita.
He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts in my book.
What, in the cock department? Anyway. Headbone kitty. My Jack. Oh, yes, you're a good kitty. You're a good kitty and I love you. There we go. But I heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. Ungard. Okay.
Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know? But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Look, just look at this mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all of his fans had for him.
Yeah, the mountain is pretty big, and certainly nothing to shake a stick at.
Mr. Nick?
What is it, Proles?
The presents, they're all bears, right?
She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. All of Mr. Karita's presents from his fans seem to be bears. No twinks into the...
That's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears.
Bears?
Why bears? You don't know? When my dear Juan was training, he fought barehanded with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. Wow, what a heartwarming story. Look, it's just like in all those young people's dramas. I can see those two tuckered out, down by a river going, "Heh, you sure can fight. You too, bub, you too."
Did all that really happen?
It's in his biography, bub.
Bub, is she Wolverine now? Oh, what a load of crock. What a crock.
So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents.
Yeah, nice. Bears. I'm Uncle Bear and I say it's barely 8 o'clock. What is that infernal racket? You hear that? Bears. Okay. Yeah.
It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m., way past your bedtime.
Ugh, that startled me. I thought I was gonna die for a second.
8 p.m.? But I poop from there.
Not right now, you don't.
That's this time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember?
Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. Beep, beep, beep. The transceiver. Beep. Hello? Hello? This is not a phone call. Maya, how's Maya? You haven't heard her, have you? It seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Wright. I have heard the news. So it would seem my present did you no good. No, Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! One more day, please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time. Please. I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all. Please, please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright. Alright, this is then just a little... What is with this static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems bad. Connect. Damn it. The transceiver just suddenly break. Excuse me. Take crash the turb. Oh, do what? Yeah, that is very, very disturbing when you look at the old ones. It's one of those things that you don't realize how bad it was until you have something new to compare it to. Because I didn't think that much was done to Vestal, but when you switch back and forth, like his eye, like Torn eyes, they're blank, you know? They're not expressive. They're just like a decal or whatever. Anyway, what happened? I don't know. All of a sudden, it became nothing but static. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Oh, why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronics expert look at it. Sooner the better. I doubt she could. Silly Jack. Silly Jack. Cuddle kitty. March 22nd, Wright & Co. offices. Hey, welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice. Thanks. It's a rich man's luxurious full-course meal, out of a can, that is. I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have time to eat. Oh, hey, you don't have to can opener here, pal. You've gotta be kidding me. And here I thought he'd already whipped up something. We messed up Druid and Stormwind that had the wrong skin. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway. Oh, I know. There is one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Well, since he's here and offering, I wonder what I should try asking him about. Well, no new topics. Transceiver. That transceiver. Oh, Mr. Nick. You should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about this thing. What thing? Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke, pal. When I was talking to a kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this. Beep. Nah, I don't hear any static, pal. Huh? Maybe it fixed itself? That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference. Electromagnetic interference, pal. Electromagnetic interference? But okay, let's talk about... Wow, I'm surprised they were able to cram that and still have it legible. Electromagnetic interference. So what is electromagnetic interference? It's interference from an electric magnet. Electromagnet. It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal. Oh, when you put it that way...
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen. Stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right?
Huh? Computer?
No. It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird.
Oh, yes, the TV does do that. Oh, so that's what you're talking about.
She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. So the room you were in when the interference to the transceiver happened. There's got to be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like, like a listening device or something. Ah. Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened?
We were in Mr. Kurita's room, scene of the murder.
What? That's it. I'm gonna sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Wait, Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
We should be going too, Mr. Nick.
Alright, let's go. Well, okay, back to the hotel. Surprised they still have the stage set up. But I guess with the police there investigating the murder, they probably are not supposed to move it. Just in case. Away. Fail organ. 1 second. Ugh. That's creepy, man. She was in Stormwind and had the wrong texture for ages. That's probably why I never saw her. I don't really browse Stormwind. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Corita's hotel room. Hey, you're finally here, pal. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Do you have the, bug sweeper?
Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. Then suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So, yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get it? We need that item. Hey, calm down, pal. Didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's.
Wow, so this is a bug sweeper?
Yeah, it looks a little broken. Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh? By who? Me, of course. Saying this sure brings back memories. Hey, don't go looking down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little run down, but I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here.
Your heart and soul?
It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But you can't set the sensitivity, so it's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves.
But isn't it better that way?
You silly shit. Well, anyway, since I brought it all this way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? I'm getting that sinking feeling again. Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some other sort of thing hidden in this room, pal.
So we're gonna find it, right?
Right. Now, first, let's turn the sweeper on. Next, touch the sweeper and take a real good look around the room with it, pal. You can see how strong the radio waves are in an area by looking at the check gauge. Once you find something that's giving off strong waves, the gauge will change. And when that happens, touch the gauge to really give the thing a long, hard stare. There's a lot of things here that's going to give off radio waves, so let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal? Well, it certainly looks like an alarm clock. What's wrong? Why do you look so troubled? I just can't imagine a listening device being inside an alarm clock. It just, sort of reminded me of something that happened a long time ago. Nice callback. Oh. Well, anyway, it looks like the listening device isn't in here. Laptop? There's no listening device in that notebook computer, huh? What's a notebook computer? Do you know what a notebook is? Yes, it's a small book with paper that you can write on. Well, that thing is like a notebook in a way. It's basically a small laptop. Mr. Nick, what's a laptop? And moving on. Oh, the water in this water pot has run out. I'll go get more water for it. Okay, sounds good. Looks like she's forgotten all about looking for this listening device. This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I've ever seen. Hey, so did you guys find it yet? The listening device, I mean. No, not yet, but this bear's eye is... Let's see. Perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's dig in this big fella's eye out and see what we've got. No, you can't. Such a violent act. No. It's a miniature camera, and it looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. Oh, what a meter? A transmitter, pal. Oh, is this more of that high-tech stuff? And now she's the druid that says... Really? That was her? Huh. So this tiny thing is a camera? Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small, high-grade video camera mostly used in security systems. So it's a video camera. It runs on a battery, which continues with it in a set. Which comes with it in a set now. But there's no videotape in this camera. This is only the camera part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape inside it is somewhere else. Somewhere else? Footage is changed into radio waves and then it's sent to that recorder. So, it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it? Hey, you know, you're right. Spy camera added to the court record. So, what is a transmitter? It's a device that sends footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal. It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it. You can set it for a certain time? Yep, let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour. 8 p.m.? That was the time the award ceremony ended. There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess. Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here? I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder. Then maybe... Maybe this camera caught the murder on tape? What? And if you think about the angle the bear's at, it's bound to have a clear shot of the whole crime, pal. Transmitter added to the court record. So there was a camera in this bear's eye? And it was disguised as a present. And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind. But who gave Mr. Krida this present? I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there's got a video of what happened here that night. Wasn't there a way we can find out who that person is? It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out. Oh. Is there really no way to find out? Stuffed bear added to the court record. ... I got it. What? Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna go around to the electronics shop and see if I can find out who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal. Spy camera and transmitter given to Detective Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah! He's gone. Yeah. But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake. You always do manage to find things in the most ineffective ways. Ugh. You'll have to excuse me, I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? Rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we'll have to move forward, one step at a time. I see. Thanks. Don't thank me yet, we still have to find her. So there was a spy camera hidden inside the stuffed animal, huh? You are one lucky man, right? Do you know this stuffed bear, little girl?
I have no idea.
Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade and there are very few that are exported here.
What?
Camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is.
Can he really do that? Mr. Nick, can he really?
Well, I guess so. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you have other things you have to do. Stuffed bear snatched up by the Edgeworth. See you soon, right? Ow.
Wait.
What?
Why are you doing this?
I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, right? Until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should be concerning yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Corrida? The real killer. Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, right? Everything begins with the truth. Juan Corrida's real killer. Miss Andrews passed. Kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal from Mr. On Guard. And this card. Shelley the Killer. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do right now is find the truth. To be continued. Okay, well, only went for about an hour. I don't know how much more of this there's going to be, but apparently we're starting exactly where we left off. So, what do you guys think? Bub Zombie usually can't stick around for much past 8:30, right? Which is fine, you know. You got stuff to do, but don't know. It might be, with the way this has been going, it's probably going to be another hour on this on the next part, since we're not at the trial yet. Um, so I don't know how much of the trial is left. Uh, hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah, of course it's up to me, but I'm trying to be entertaining. Uh, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. We'll just do an extended, uh, a really extended, uh, stream on Sunday. Um, Hopefully, we'll have this finished up by then. I really don't want to go into part 13 because that gets to be unlucky, man. Number 13. Ugh. So, yes, I guess we shall call this a night here. And we shall pick this up again on Sunday. Maybe 7 p.m., maybe 6 p.m. just so I end at roughly a normal time and not going for, forever. We'll see. I'll probably post it in the O Discord, and probably on Facebook. We'll see. But that will be Sunday, and we're gonna call it a night here. So yes, that will be 6 or 7 p.m. It's 8:10 by my clock, so you can adjust your schedules accordingly, and we shall see you then. Triskaidectophobia. Yeah. I don't really have a fear of the number 13. In fact, I think my favorite number is 413, just because I'm obnoxious like that. Anyway, we shall see you next time, hopefully. Bob Zombie, thank you. And Red Rock, thank you, as always. And any lurkers we may have had. I don't think we had any tonight, but thanks for stopping by nonetheless. I appreciate it. And maybe we shall see you again on Sunday. Until then, be well, do good work, and keep in touch. Later.